Hello, everyone. Happy Tech Talk Tuesday. This is Michael Dumont, and I'm here with my daughter, Michaela. How are you this afternoon, evening? There we go. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about Calendly because we got some questions about that, and I'm going to dive into that topic today. So, just a real quick note before we get started with today's show, I want to let you know that we're going to be making a few changes to the show. At the beginning of every month, we're going to do a live show like I'm doing today, and we're going to introduce a new topic. The rest of the weeks, we're going to dive deeper into that topic on every Tuesday, but the video that you're going to watch is going to be pre recorded so that I can give you some more solid um, instructional content without any interruptions, side conversations, and all that good stuff. Now, when you're watching those recordings, they're going to be premiered. They're going to be live. I will still be in the comments along with Michaela. So you're welcome as you're watching those videos to go ahead and post your questions like you normally do. We'll go ahead and we'll answer those questions because we're going to be watching the live stream with you. So this is going to allow us to be able to have some content that's already kind of pre-formatted for replays so that people who are watching the replay don't have to sit through stuff that's just kind of not necessarily necessary to the show, but it's also going to help me. And this is a note for those of you who are podcasters, it's going to help with our YouTube and our Facebook replays. So most people watch the show on the replay. And when you're watching the replay, you just want to kind of get to the point. This is going to save me from having to edit that video to make a clean copy to be replayed on YouTube and on Facebook. Therefore, when somebody new who may not be familiar with Tech Talk or may not be familiar with the channel comes across one of the videos, they'll be able to get right into the content and more likely they're going to stay to watch the rest. So that's what I'm going to be switching up a little bit. I'll still be here with you on the first Tuesday of every month. Plus, if you're a member of our community, bondtobuild.com, you always have access to us there. So we're going to test this out for the first month and go from there, see how it goes. Every month is a new topic. So this month is going to be Calendly. Next month, I believe we're going to dive into some Instagram stuff. We're going to revisit Facebook because that's still a big power player. People are asking about some LinkedIn basics. So we're going to cover some stuff over the next few months, which are all more detailed courses inside bondtobuild.com. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the controls over to Michaela, and then I'm going to get my screen share ready. Who we got with us today? Let us know that you're here. Say hello. And I'm going to get my screen share ready while Michaela's doing that. Good afternoon, Wendy. Welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. Our regulars are popping on in. Let's see.
Happy
Good.
Tuesday, JoJo Paula.
Awesome. Okay, share screen. And let's start out talking about the pricing, okay? So, because this is important to what I'm going to be showing you today. So let me get the screen share up and let's put us on the side there. Cool. All right. So in the link below, in the description of the video, I included a link for anyone who doesn't already have a Calendly link. It's a tongue twister. Calendly. I'm getting better at it. So Michaela's going to put that link down in the comments for you. So if you don't already have a Calendly link, you can go ahead and create an account. And the reason why I'm going to point this screen out to you is because you're going to want the professional package for the tools that I'm sharing with you today. Now, we are partners with Calendly. When you use that link to create your account and buy your subscription, you're going to be supporting Tech Talk Tuesday so that we can continue the show going due to our affiliate partnership with Calendly. We personally use this for all of our consultations. If we're scheduling guests for podcast interviews, we use the Calendly link, and then I'll be showing you why we use it and the conveniences of it today during this live stream. So that link is down below. If you want to choose between monthly or annually, of course, when you do annually, they're going to give you a bit of a discount. If you do monthly, it's going to be a little bit higher per month. But it's only $12 per month on an annual plan, and it's been a huge, huge lifesaver to me. I've been saving tons of hours in my time, so highly recommend that you at least do the professional, especially if you're going to be doing multiple event types and you want to charge for consultations and that sort of thing. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to take you inside of my screen and walk you through some of the features, and we're going to start by talking about some integrations. So this is why it's important to make sure you have the premium, because that one is the one that's going to allow you to do some of the integrations that I'm talking about. So let me go ahead into my account and take you behind the scenes on how I have this set up. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's start talking about some integrations. Integrations are apps that Calendly is friendly with, things that are already meant to work with your account. There are three of them that I'm using, two of them that I highly recommend for everyone. One of them is going to be Zoom, so you can automatically have a Zoom meeting created when you integrate it with your Calendly account. And then the second one is going to be your calendar. Now, you can use multiple calendars. I specifically use Google Calendars because I use Google Workspace and I have that integrated with my Calendly account. I'll walk you through the steps so that you can see how to do it. It's not difficult at all. It's just a matter of logging in and it'll take care of it from there. Now, if you want the third thing that I would recommend, I would say to do the Calendly for Chrome. What that does is it puts a little shortcut in your Chrome browser. So when I click this little browser tab up here, it pulls up all of my meeting types and I can at a glance just click that little thing and have shortcuts to all the different event types that I have. So that's what the Calendly for Chrome does. It adds a little tool right here in your browser that you can easily copy your link whenever you need to send to someone. Okay. So that's how that works. So let's start by talking about integrating your Zoom account. All you have to do is, again, once you're inside your account, go to integrations and click on Zoom. And it's going to ask you to connect your account by logging in. So let me just disconnect so you can see what that looks like. So this is what you're going to see at first. It's going to say connect your Zoom account. You're going to hit connect Zoom. It's going to ask you to sign in. So I'm going to just put my little credentials in here real quick. There we go. And hit sign in. As soon as I do that, and I verify my account, so let me get my little text message here. You're going to get something similar to this. So I went to my email. Let me go get that. So it's good for you to see these steps so you're not totally thrown off when you see it. There we go. So now I'm just going to verify my account by entering this code. And then it's going to take us back into Calendly. Of course, you have to do all this permission stuff to say, yes, I give Calendly access to do these things. And now my Zoom account is connected. So whenever I create a meeting type and it includes a Zoom, it's going to automatically create that meeting for me. That's going to prevent me from having to go into Zoom, create a meeting, bring it back over to the email invite and send it to people. So definitely recommend that you do that. Okay. So that's the first integration that I want to talk about. The next integration I want to talk about is your calendar. So again, once you log into your account, go to integrations. And it's going to pull up all the different integrations that are available. And the one at the bottom is calendar connections. Okay. So here with calendar connections, you can add multiple calendars. On the pro account, you can actually do up to 6. So I have my We Merge Media calendar, but I can also add my personal calendar by clicking add calendar. And it's going to ask you what type of calendar is it. So I talked about Google Calendar, but as you can see, if you're using Apple Cloud, iCloud Calendar, or if you're using the Microsoft Calendar, you can connect those here. I'm going to go ahead and connect my personal email account calendar so that we can just see what that process looks like. So again, I'm going to choose the calendar that I want and sign in to give authorization. I'm going to allow that. Done. Okay. Few clicks and you're done. So now I have both of my calendars connected here. This is going to be good because what you can do, as you see below, is I can check for conflicts. So when I have something on my calendar booked, Calendly will automatically know that a certain time is not available and it won't offer it to people who are trying to book. So it'll remove that from my availability. Okay. You can also connect your calendar so that anything that gets booked through Calendly shows up on your calendar automatically. Okay. One last integration that I want to show you is payment, because I know some of you might be consultants like me and you might be doing either workshops or maybe you're charging for consultations. You have the option to do either PayPal or you can do Stripe. I have both, but right now I have mine connected to PayPal. And just like you saw with the other integrations, it's really just a matter of clicking add integration. It's going to have you log into your account and then it's going to establish that connection and you're good to go. Okay. So that's how you establish your connections inside of Calendly. Of course, you can take some time to kind of go through and figure out which one of those are going to be best for you. But I wanted to at least kind of walk you through what some of the basic ones were, the ones that you want to start with. So now let's go ahead and let's talk about different event types. Event types are basically what are you making available for people to book? Now, as you saw on my screen, I had quite a few of them, and I'm going to kind of explain some of them to you and I'll show you the difference between them. So let me go to my home tab inside of Calendly again. And then you'll see event types. Now, if you're on a free account, I believe you can only do two or maybe three event types. I have plenty of them on the professional, so I can add them as I need. And I can set these up to create bookable event types based on time, based on what they're for, the purpose. And I can even set them up so that each one has different functionality. So let's start by taking a look at my 15-minute Friday one. We offer 15-minute consultations for free. What I do is I send this link out. Sometimes I'll include it in a video. Sometimes it's embedded on the website. But I give people an opportunity to book a free 15-minute consultation with WeMerge Media. I don't think it's showing up the calendar. Is it, Michaela? Because I think it opened up in another tab. It didn't. Let me do this stop screen share. I just want to show you all what that looks like. And let's just do my entire screen. Okay. So when I click on view live page of that 15-minute consultation, it's going to open up a window that looks like this. Now, I have this set up to allow 15-minute consultations on Fridays and Mondays. But what will happen is someone clicks on one of these dates, they can choose from times that I have available. But these times are based on my availability. So I went in and said, hey, on Friday between this time and this time, I'm willing to take 15-minute meetings. Give me a 15-minute break in between, and then this automatically will do that and make that available. So all I have to do is copy the link here or use the little browser window that I talked about before, find my 15-minute link consultation, copy that link, open up an email, send it to people, and it's done. I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So that's one of those things that are great with that. Once you create your event type, it's going to talk you through a couple of different things. So what do you want to call it? This is free 15-minute consultation. It's going to ask you the location. So you can set your location up to either be a phone call, in-person meeting, maybe it's Google Meet, maybe it's Zoom, maybe use Microsoft Teams. All the options are right inside of here. If it's a physical location, it's going to allow you to put the address in. But because I'm virtual and I'm always meeting my clients virtually, I have mine connected to Zoom, which is why that integration was so important. So anytime someone books, Zoom will automatically create that meeting for them. Here, you have an opportunity to describe what the free 15-minute consultation is. So I can include some descriptions on what this is good for. So I'll say technical support, solution recommendations, digital marketing questions. I can include a link in here if I'd like, so that if I need people to go and read something or to go and agree to some terms, I can put that here. You also have the ability to customize the link. So it's calendly.com/whatever your account name is. Mine is WeMerge Media, and I just called it 15 minutes. And then I can color code these if I'd like as well. So that's the first part of setting that event type up. If you want to ask questions, as I have here, you can. So I'm asking for people's name and their email. I can set it up here for them to invite guests so that I can collect their guest information, phone number, business name. All of these are customizable fields. So when you click add a new question, it's going to ask you what type of question do you want to ask? Is it a one line, multiple lines, multiple choice? And then you can also make it required or not required. So this gives me an opportunity to collect some data in advance so that when I'm meeting with them, I know the information that I need, the name of their business, if they have a website, what they want help with, all those sorts of things are built right into the form when they book. Now, workflows is something new that they launched. I haven't used it quite yet, but it's basically setting up some automations. I'll experiment with that and make that one of the deeper topics that we can cover later on in the month. But for today, I just want to kind of walk you through the basics. Now, let's talk about notifications and cancellation. You can decide if people are able to cancel that appointment within a certain time. You can put in a cancellation policy. You can also make it, if you were charging for this, where you can let them know that it's non-refundable. So all those settings are here. If you get the pro account, you can also let them subscribe to text reminders. So it's an opt-in type thing where they can say, yes, I want to receive text reminders. You can customize your email reminder messages. You can personalize to decide, send a reminder, 15 minutes out, send a reminder a day before. All of that is here inside. Okay. Last but not least is the confirmation page. So on your confirmation page, you can create a custom page and you can put a message on there. I actually have a message on my confirmation page that asks them to write a Google review. So once they book, I'm actually send that after the consultation. It'll automatically send them a link to my Google review page, ask them to write a review, and that's a way that I collect some reviews on there. Now, this is a free meeting, but if I wanted to collect payment and I have payment connected, all I have to do is say accept payments. It'll ask me how much I want to charge for that. And then I can put my payment terms and conditions right inside. So that way, people won't be able to book whatever that event type is unless they submit payment first, which is cool and a big time saver. Okay. So those are the basics of the events types. Any unstable with plan? Okay, that's fine. We don't need that. Let me come back to the thing here real quick. See what we got. I want to also walk you through one more thing. Let me just walk you through one more thing, and then we're going to take questions. So, Michaela, if we have any questions at all, please feel free to bring them up shortly. But let me just walk through one more thing that I want to share with you here. I could have just kept my screen share. All right. All right. Here we go. So availability. This is one of the things that I think is real important. So you can set your availability up for your entire account, or you can set your availability up by event types. So I have some default hours in here that include my time zone and days that I know I'm available to take meetings. So I have my default calendar to say only take meetings on Wednesdays and Fridays, for example. And any event that I create can be set to that event type, or I can use like my 15-minute Friday. I have that one set up only for Fridays. So you can put your availability in here, and that way you don't overwhelm yourself with all these meetings. That's what I was doing before. I was willing to take a meeting any day of the week between business hours, and it was a mess. So now I know when I'm planning my week that, okay, there's a possibility that we might have meetings on Friday. If I'm using my default hours, it might be on Wednesday, but the rest of my days are not available. So this is pretty cool. You can come in here when you need to. Let's say, for example, something comes up and there's a Friday that I won't be available. I can edit that date and then I can say, hey, I'm no longer available, and just delete that one from the calendar. And then that way it'll remove it from my availability. So that's a pretty cool feature too. So one of the things that I want to talk about last but not least is just usage and who I think this is good for. So as I mentioned, if you're a consultant who is teaching people, um, scheduling consultations, scheduling meetings to kind of educate people, this is a great tool to be able to use for that. Not only can you use it to book individual sessions, but you can also use it to book group sessions. So let's say you were doing like a group course and you wanted to set it up in Calendly with the registration process, you want to collect payment, you want to automate that Zoom. What's going to happen is when you send that link out to people, all of that stuff is going to be done automatically. You don't have to do that for each individual person. If you are a podcast host, which I know a lot of you are, or I will be trying to get you to become, especially if you own a business, if you're a podcast host, this is a great way to schedule your interviews. So you can decide, hey, I'm doing my interviews this day of the week, send it out to your guests, put it in your registration process, create your registration process here in Calendly, and have them choose which day they want to do their interview or which day they want to appear on the live. So those are just two of the ways that you can use Calendly. I hope this tutorial kind of helped you see a little bit about how this could fit into your business, if it's right for you, what some of the behind the scenes features are. Last but not least, I know that we covered a lot in this short period of time, but we're going to do some follow-up sessions for the rest of the month. I'm going to go into deeper detail each week on a Tuesday, all about Calendly this month. But if you want hands-on support, the best way to do that is to join our community for entrepreneurs. You just go to bondtobuild.com and get a membership. Once you have that membership, it's going to give you access to what we call our help desk hour. So every week we host a help desk hours for people who are paid members of Bond to Build. What's inside there, you're going to get access to all of our courses. You're going to get access to our technical support days. So let's say, for example, you have Calendly and you need some help walking through some of this. you'll be able to just jump right into one of the help desk hours, and then we'll be there via Zoom to be able to help you. No additional costs, no, having to schedule crazy times. We have it every week at a set time. You can come in there and just join us when you can. There's no obligation beyond that. And it's not limited to Calendly. So anything that you need technical support on, we'll try to help you out, especially if it's marketing related. We most likely can help you. We don't know how to fix your TV. We don't know how to fix your cable, but we might try. But it depends on how busy it is and how many people are there. But once you have your membership, we've changed the Bond to Build membership to include technical support and to include all the courses. So everybody who's members are going to get courses there. So that's our show for today. I want to know if there are any questions at all. Michaela, did we get any questions? If you don't have any questions at this moment, please feel free to comment down below. We do come back to the replay afterwards to watch, and then we will be able to answer those questions. So Eileen Smith, I believe that. Yeah, hopefully I'm saying that right. Can you connect more than one calendar? I can use Outlook and Google. Yes, you definitely can. In the integrations, they show you all the different calendar options, and you can connect up to 6. So you can definitely use both types if you need to use both types. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Not at the moment.
Let you see. Okay. I know there's a little bit of delay. I see Carmen here. She loves using Calendly. Awesome. Yep. We gonna get you hooked up. You've already been using it, I know, actually too. So that's cool. Great resource. Wendy said, "Thank you. You are very welcome." You are very welcome, Eileen, for taking your question. Oh, said it perfectly. Good to know. Thank you for being a subscriber of Tech Talk Tuesday and tuning in for today's episode. All right, folks. So we put that link down in the comments. We'll add it again, please, if you can, Michaela. For anyone who needs help, just comment down below. We'll come back here. We'll answer those questions for you. Again, the links are put down in the comments section. So if you need to create a Calendly account, you can. We appreciate that support. Let's just see here. Using a monthly theme or topic is very helpful because it gives a focus and more time for questions. That's what I was thinking. So that's good to hear, Jojo Pod, that you agree, and that we have people in the audience that agree. I was asking people, do they want live? Do they want pre-recorded? But I can really teach you more if I have time to prepare the recordings and then publish them for you. And then we can just do a live to introduce the topic every month. So I'm looking forward to this new format. So thank you for that feedback. All right. Oh, we got one more. What is your podcast? Yes, so the podcast is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and it is called, I just was updating it, Marketing Tech Talk. So it's basically Tech Talks. Let me put it up on the screen here. So if you go to Spotify, you go to Apple, Google Podcasts, and type in either my name or Marketing Tech Talk, that'll come right up. Okay. What I do, if you are someone who's starting a podcast, is I do these videos here on YouTube and Facebook, and I actually pull the audio out and republish those as audio content on those platforms. So that's a little time saver tool that I recommend for any of the podcasters that are out there. And we have some tools that we can use for that. For anyone new to podcasting, we have a Facebook group, which is free to join. Video podcasting for beginners. You can go ahead and request to join and get started there. Okay. Thanks, Darrell, for tuning in. My brother is here. We're going to try it out. Cool. All right, people. I got one more meeting to do for the day before I make my chili tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of Tech Talk Tuesday, and hopefully inside of bondtobuild.com. Take care.